Hey guys, it's your girl Maya. I'm feeling very awkward and vulnerable right now, but here I am posting a video because I just really want to tell my story about what happened when I was in the psych ward because I think I need to get it out in general. I just need to talk about it, and if I can stop anyone from having to go through that situation, then that's beautiful. It makes it all worth it. So yeah, I will start by saying I'm very self-conscious about my teeth situation, but I'm trying to get over it, trying to look past it, because I'm sure other people, when they see me, they look past it, so I'm just like, whatever. And I'm getting it fixed. I'm going to be calling the dentist today. Anyway, gonna have perfect new teeth. It's gonna be great. Anyway, yes, my experience at the psych ward. So here we go. Terrible at telling stories. You guys know this. You've been watching me. So it was, I guess, in June or something of last year. Some of you may know. I guess I'll just give I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at telling stories. I'm just rambling. Anyway, for those of you who do not know, snotty, sorry. Back in February of last year, my doctor just randomly took me off of a medication that I had been on for 15 years of my life, a benzodiazepine. If you don't know anything about them, it's like Xanax, etc., etc. So yeah, I had to come off of that pretty much cold turkey by myself. No help from my doctor. He did not help me wean what is in my hair? He didn't help me wean off of it or anything. So I was just it was horrible. I thought I was gonna die. But anyway, let's move past that point and get to the psych ward. I'm trying to keep myself on track. It's really hard. Oh my god, my nose is snotty. I'm so sorry. So I've been having terrible days, horrible days, every day, horrible. Couldn't focus on anything. Couldn't watch TV. Couldn't listen to music. Couldn't read or anything. I felt like a monster. I really did. I felt like I didn't feel like myself. I'm just now starting to feel like myself again. But yeah, it was horrible. So one day I just felt overwhelmed because every day I was overwhelmed with well, I guess I'll tell y'all a little bit about what it was like. It was pure insanity. My mind was vibrating in my head. My teeth were itching, my skin was crawling. I wanted to just dig myself out of my skin. It was horrible. But yeah, I just was having a really bad day because every day was really bad. And honestly, trigger warning, whatever. I don't censor myself because fuck monetization. It's not going to happen anyway. I wanted to cut myself really bad because when I was in high school and as recent as 2020, I have gone that route of self-harm, and I felt like I really wanted to do it this day. But I was this is kind of what my mind was going through. If I start cutting myself, I'm not going to be able to stop because I'm so, I don't even know how to describe it, just insane, that I'm afraid that I'm going to take it too far and accidentally kill myself. I didn't want to. I kind of wanted to die, but not in the putting it together. This is what I'm gonna do to die. It wasn't a suicide attempt type situation, I guess. And I was like, no, this can't happen. So I went to my grandma's house because I didn't have a cell phone at the time, so I could call 911. And I fucking did. My dumbass did. And I told them that I felt like I wanted to cut myself and I wanted to die. And they came and picked me up. And this police officer that came, she kind of gave me a little warning, but I didn't hear it because I was so out of it. She was like, you don't have to go anywhere you don't want to. Pretty much trying to tell me don't do this. But I did it. So I got in the ambulance and they got me in the, whatever. I'm not going to tell every little last detail. That's too much. Okay, so I got there and it was just I don't know, I felt really numb. I didn't feel anything. I just felt in my head, I was like, this has got to be right. This has got to be what I'm supposed to do. They're going to help me. Well, here we go. they didn't help me. They locked me up in a room, and it felt like they forgot about me. But let me tell you some of the experiences. A lot of them, really, if you think about them, the little experiences, they're not that bad. But put together in the situation that I was in, with the mindset that I was in, it was like, oh, okay. All right. So this day I had decided that I was going to go commando. So when I got to the psych ward, I didn't have any underwear on. And they were like, we need you to take off your clothes and put on the little bullshit that they had. And I was like, I don't have any underwear. So they're like, oh, that's fine. We can get you some. Paper underwear. Paper underwear. So that was an experience. Also, I was really, really hot. For some reason, going through the withdrawals, it made me really hot. So I was in that room and it was really cold. I only knew it was cold because my mom came in there and she was like, it's freezing. I'm like, I am burning up. Fuck. So that was horrible. The shower situation. Yeah, because I was in there for like 5 days, so I had to shower. Yeah, so the shower was really small. There was not a lot of water pressure. You had a choice. Like, if you turned the heat down, the water pressure would go faster or harder or whatever. But it would be cold. So I had the choice. Warm with no pressure or cold with pressure. So that was awful. And then, the little body wash / shampoo / what the fuck ever that they gave me, it didn't work. It didn't work. I took the entire little bottle that they gave me, scrubbed everywhere, all over my body, armpits, everything. I still stunk. And when I tell you I stunk, 5 days of stink on my body. And I couldn't do anything about it. I showered as much as I could. Like, I was like, I want to take a shower, like, as much as I could. And they sometimes wouldn't let me. They were like, no, you already took a shower. I'm like, fuck, I still stink. So that was probably the worst part, was not being able to come clean. You want to take away someone's fucking humanity? Like, that is a way to do it. And they did it. Like, what the fuck? So that was really hard for me to deal with. Just, like, not even being able to smell good. Like, not being able to be clean. And paper underwear. Eventually my mom she was able to bring me a pair of my own underwear. So that was wonderful. They had books, but they were like children's books. So I ended up reading a story. It was actually kind of cute. A cute little story to read while you're going absolutely insane. It was like a story about a hamster in a like 2nd grade classroom, and like talking about like celebrating Christmas and like this little Christmas pageant that the kids had to put on. It was really fucking cute. Made me want to die. But another thing that was horrible was the TV situation. First of all, I couldn't even really handle TV, but while I was in there, I at least tried so that I would have something occupying my mind. But it was like really, really far away. Really, really far away. So I couldn't barely see it, couldn't hear it, didn't know what was going on. Well, like, whatever. It was just awful. There's only one remote. There were 6 rooms when I had finally gotten out. I counted how many rooms there were in that little psych ward area. 6. One remote. So that's one of the things that it's like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But when you put it all together with all the other stuff I went through, it's like, oh, that sucks. Another thing was, I feel like this is just a list of me complaining, but I really want to convince people this is not the place to go. When you are having, like, it's not the place to go. Unless you feel like you are on the edge and you're going to, like, jump off a cliff or something, do not go. But another thing, onto my complaining list. The phone situation was bullshit. Like, I could use the phone whenever I wanted to, but the phone didn't like to work. They only had one phone, and it didn't like to work. So I was like, the first night, I was talking on the phone with my dad, and I'm just like, please, you have to do something, get me out of here. And I'm like realizing, oh, I'm not getting out. I'm staying the night here. That's for sure. And then the phone just quit. It just quit on me, hung up on my dad or whatever, and I flipped out. The lady came into the room, or I don't know if she was already in the room or whatever, but she was in my room. And I didn't throw the phone at her. I throw it towards her. They told me I wasn't going to get the phone anymore, but I did. And then I screamed at her and I told her I never wanted to see her again. I'm so sorry to this woman. I really am, because there is nothing that she did. Nothing that she did. It was just the accumulation of all that shit wrapped up in a little bow and then put me in a little room where I have no way to, like, you know, do anything about it. So I screamed at that lady. Never saw her again. She listened. And then the last night I was there, I didn't know it was going to be my last night, but I also had a little screaming fit because I felt so overwhelmed. I was like, and I told the lady, I was like, look, I'm going to scream. I don't know what else to do. And she was like, okay, we'll go in the shower. And I'm like, okay, can do. So I did that. But I got a little carried away and I started like beating on the floor and like screaming. And she came in and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But yeah, it was an experience. It was dehumanizing. It was, oh God. And like, I had to talk to a different doctor every day, like these little telecommunication, like little screens on a pole wheeled into your room, doctor, different ones every day. So I didn't feel like my case was getting taken care of because I was having to tell everyone that I saw in there, I had to tell them what I was going through because no one understood. They probably thought I was like an actual like drug addict, and that wasn't the case. My doctor was prescribing me this drug and he took me off of it, and now I am physically and mentally not okay. But there was one doctor that I had to talk to. He was he was so awful. I was just like, I don't belong in here. Nobody belongs in there, let me tell you that. But he looks at me. He looks at that screen, his little screen, not looking at me, looking at his screen, and he says, yes, you do. You don't know me, bitch. No idea. So I'm pissed. So I just like look away from the camera and like wait for him to turn his monitor off so I can be done with him, because I was like, I'm not getting through to this guy. But the last day I talked to this really nice lady, and I was like, you know what? I made a mistake. I thought they were going to help me when I came here. I need to get out, please. So she helped me get out, and I will forever be grateful to this woman, forever. Because I was essentially 5150'd, so I should have only been in there for 72 hours. It was more than 72 hours. Way more. Anyway. I feel like there was other stuff to share. Oh, I had a really bad night in there where I was just like dry heaving like crazy, like no puke at all, just dry heaving. And there was this lady who was like, I guess we had like babysitters or whatever that would watch outside the door. She would come and she would check on me, make sure I was okay. And she would just peek in through the door and I would just put my hand up and be like, hey. But she was wonderful. My little baby. I'm sure she fucking was so confused about the whole situation, you know, because I wasn't home, was I? Oh, sorry. I wasn't home, huh? Yeah, anyway. I think that's it. I think that's all that happened. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. Don't ever do it. Please don't do it. If anything, like, I don't know, just don't do it. I don't know what you should do, but don't do this. Do not call 911 and tell them that you are suicidal. Do not. Don't do it. They will not help you. Not at all. That is not their prerogative. I don't know what their prerogative is. To lock you up and forget about you? I don't fucking know. I do gotta say that, like, for a while there, though, I was having, like, heart palpitations and stuff. It was just freaking me out, so it was kind of nice to be, like, near, like, doctors and stuff like that. But my blood pressure was really high one time, and the machine turned red, and they didn't do anything about it. So I'm talking to my mom, like, they're gonna let me die. You know, because I'm dramatic as fuck, but yeah, I was really scared. That was really horrifying. It was like, it didn't help at all. It made everything so much worse. But when I got home, when I got home, though, after being in that place, it was like, it made things a lot better. That was probably the turning point of when I was like, okay, I am getting better mentally. Because whatever the fuck that was, what I just went through, that was not it. It's not going to continue. We're going to do better. We're going to be happier. We're going to make an effort. Or we're going to fucking do this. So I, don't know how long it was after I got out, but I called my work and I was like, hey, I'm ready to come back. If you'll have me, I'm so sorry. And then that day that I called work, I had a seizure, so I had to take another week off work, but whatever. And then I got a new job, and I did already post a video about this, but I had a little absence seizure at my orientation for my new job, so that was fun. But yeah, no seizures since then, October, so hopefully that stays that way. I was really, really scared that it was gonna become a condition that I was gonna have to deal with, that I was gonna have to, like, take medication for seizures. Because I had so many in, like, I had, like, 4 in, like, a little space of time, really little space. It was really, really scary. Having seizures is not fun. Like, I'm sure it was worse for my mom because she had to experience it. She had to see me have a seizure, and me, I just went unconscious. But waking up from a seizure is pretty terrifying. Pretty violent dry heaving. I woke up with puke in my hair. That was fun. But yeah, this has been an experience in my life that, like, it really does feel like I could probably mostly get through anything that anyone throws at me at this point. So I'm just like, bring it, bitch. I can do it. Yeah, I just want to say that I fucking miss you guys so much. Y'all's comments, like, some of y'all are just people that have just stumbled upon my videos, which is still so beautiful to me that there's people still stumbling on my videos and being like, oh my gosh. And I am coming back, you guys. I will come back. I will. I just have to either get my teeth fixed or find confidence in what I have going on right now, which I guess it's not that bad. I literally have been living my life like I look like a fucking monster. It's horrible. But yeah, I really want to come back. I really want to do my reactions again, and I want to do my live streaming, and I want to talk to you guys and hang out and just kiki, but yeah, I just got some, like, soul searching to do. I am learning to fall in love with myself again. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, experiencing human emotion again that I didn't think I would feel. But yeah, I miss you guys so much, and your comments mean everything. Y'all mean everything to me. It's beautiful. I love you. But yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to, dive into today. I didn't cry. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I hadn't posted a video about my experience, because when I thought about it, I would start crying, and I was like, no. Yeah. I guess I'll see you guys later, and I love you so much, and I miss you guys, and I hope that you all understand what I've been going through. It's been pretty hard. It's been, like, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But yeah, thanks for being there for me and sticking around and being so patient. Y'all are beautiful. Beautiful. But I love you guys. Daisuki. Matane. Oh, I've missed doing that.